Hi, magandang araw. I'm Joshua Nicdao and today I'll be discussing the principles of radio transmission under Module 9 of DevC 206. So as we proceed, let's answer these questions first. Minsan ba, naisip mo na, paano nga ba nakakarating sa mga radyo ang mga music at boses na naririnig natin? Parang ganito. 'Di ba? Paano nga ba? So ngayong araw, let's talk about this process, these principles, and let's answer this question. To give you a background, I was a radio personality back then. I worked for a community radio in Bulacan for half a decade. So, what I'll be sharing with you is based on my research and also my experience as a radio man back then. So, the process starts by this principle: information conversion. Information conversion, it pertains to the conversion into electrical signal of information using microphone, push buttons, or other device. Parang yung mga ganito.
Ang nasabing resort noong Mayo Agis, makaraang mag-operate kahit nasa ilalim pa ng Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine ang lugar. At yan ang mga balita sa oras na ito. Ako si Joshua Nicdao, nag-uulat para sa DWRB 103.9 News FM. Ang nasabing resort noong Mayo Agis, makaraang mag-operate
Sa
kahit nasa
pamamagitan ng
ilalim pa.
mikropono at nung mixer na tinataas baba ng mga anchor, yung ating boses, yung information is being converted into electric waves na ginagamit upang makarating sa atin ang information. That's the first part, information conversion. After niyang mag-turn into electrical waves, those signals will be modulated through the process, the principle of modulation. According to Molindi 2020, modulation is about turning this amplified audio signal into a more modulated radio waves. So masyado 'tong technical kasi it's for almost for electronics engineering. Let's make it simple. Parang ganito, mas pamilyar kayo dito sa AM at FM. Dito minomodulate yung mga amplified sound waves into radio waves. AM or the amplitude modulation modulates the amplitude of the signal. Pasimplihin pa natin, ang AM mas static siya compared to FM. Kasi nga yung amplitude ng signal ang kanyang minomodulate. That's why news are mostly aired using the AM band or the AM uh, the modulators. Bakit? Because ang focus ng AM ay mas bigyan ng pansin ang boses rather than the sound. Kaya nga sa balita, kasi mas mahalaga sa balita ang boses. Kasi mas kailangan ng mga nagbabalita na maintindihan ang kanilang boses. On the other hand, FM or the frequency modulation is a type of modulation wherein the frequency or the yung dami ng lumalabas na wave ang minomodulate niya. Ito ay mas malinis because it has a larger bandwidth compared to AM. In short, mas malinaw siya. Mas malinaw ang reception nito for voice and for sounds or for music. Kaya nga kadalasan, ang FM ay ginagamit for entertainment purposes. Because in entertainment, ginagamitan na o kinakailangan na ng music o ng sound na mas malinaw i-transmit sa pamamagitan ng FM. Speaking of, after niyang masabi, after niyang ma-modulate, Dito na magsisimula ang principle of transmission. Transmission is in radio transmission, a radiating antenna is used to convert a time varying electric current into electromagnetic wave or field which freely propagates through non-conductive medium such as air or space. Let's make it simple. Yung boses na minodulate dadaan sa kable at mapupunta sa tinatawag na transmitters. Yung transmitter, it is a device that is used to transmit signal through an antenna para ito ay pumukol sa ere. Yes, nagsistay siya doon sa isang non-conductive area such as the air. So that, kapag denial mo yung frequency na meron ka nun, ay maririnig mo siya. So ang mga boses na ginagawa ng mga anchor, ng mga radio personality, ay nasa ere lang talaga, waiting to be received. So paano yun? May frequency. Alam nyo ba na sa Pilipinas, ang National Telecommunications Commission ang nagre-regulate ng mga bagay na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon. They regulate the operations of any telecommunication in the Philippines. It includes our phone, itong mga two-way radios like this or the walkie-talkies if you're aware of that at ang mga radio transmission. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga ah, stations ay may mga numero. Those are called frequencies. Yung mga frequency na yan ay ina-assign ng National Telecommunications Commission. Ito ay paraan para mag-transmit at mag-receive through the same frequency. So yung transmitter kanina, nakadial din siya sa same frequency kung paano siya po pwedeng ma-receive. Halimbawa, itong Wish 1075, ang transmitter niya, ang nakalagay doon ay 107.500. Sabihin, pag denial mo din yon sa iyong receiver, saka kayo parang magtutugma. Transmitter and receiving. So, nire-regulate ng NTC ang ganitong klaseng mga operasyon dahil iniiwasan nila na maging overpopulated yung ere. Bakit? Kasi, pag ganun ang nangyari, ay magkakadikit-dikit, magkakaroon ng interference. Halimbawa, ito, i-dial natin dito sa radyo ko yung 1075. 1, ulitin natin. Ito ang 1075. Ngayon, i-dial natin yung 1074. Maririnig mo pa rin. Maririnig pa rin sa frequency yung medyo malalapit. So, nire-regulate ng NTC yun para yung transmission process kanina na nakita natin ay hindi magkapatong-patong kasi delikado yon. Magkakasabay-sabay. Wala nang maiintindihan pagka ganun ang nangyari. So, yun. So, yung mga numero na yan ay hindi nila inisip lang. Iyan ay binigay para hindi sila magkapareho. So, pansinin nyo, yung mga radio station ay hindi dikit-dikit ng frequency. Kasi magkakasabay-sabay sila, mag-i-interference sila, magkakapatong-patong. Alright. After the transmission process, there's now reception or receiving. On reaching the receiver's antenna, pag nakarating siya sa antenna, the radio waves induce tiny EMF or electromagnetic frequency. This small voltage is fed to the radio receiver. May receiver to sa loob. Here, the radio waves are first amplified, then the signal is extracted from them by process of demodulation. The signal is amplified through the speaker. Papunta na para i-reproduce yung sound waves. Kaya natin siya naririnig. Eh, merong mga pagkakataon na hindi malinaw yung pasok ng signal. Trabaho din kasi ng NTC na i-regulate pati yung lakas, yung signal power nung mga radyo. So kung mahina ang binigay sa yung signal power, Ibig sabihin maliit lang din yung ipupukol mong signal. Maririnig lang siya sa malalapit na lugar. So ngayon, 'pag medyo gano'n malakas, hindi naman porket malakas ang signal mo mararating mo na ang Mindanao, medyo malayo 'yun o yung mga mas malalapit pang mga probinsya. Yung dito nangyayari itong ganitong proseso. Yung transmitter mo, yung signal do'n, ipupukol ng antena, dadaan sa isang receiver, yung sa gitna isang receiver na konektado sa isang another transmitter na pupukol na naman ng panibago sa isang bagong antena. Ito po yung tinatawag na principle of repetition. Nire-repeat yung signal, transmitter to antenna to another receiver to another transmitter to another antenna. Para yun nasa main transmitter ay makarating hanggang doon sa mga pinakamalalayong lugar. Siguro may mga napansin kayo sa inyong mga lugar na if you will notice, there are places na there's this substations of this radio station wherein they have their antenna in your locality. Those are called repeater stations. Meaning doon nangyayari yung principle of repetition so that marating niya yung hanggang dulo. Alright? Hanggang marating niya yung pinakamalalayong mga lugar. So, the more repeater stations, the better because it means the signal or the information can reach even the farthest of the farthest areas. So that's how you do it. Information conversion to what? To modulation, transmission, to repetition, to receiving. Or if mahina, or if malakas na I mean, if malakas ang signal, pupuwede ng rekta sa information conversion, modulation, transmission, and receiving. Mahina, nangyayari yung repetition. So, I hope may naintindihan kayo. Medyo technical siya, pero sana naintindihan niyo kung gaano ka-intricate ang proseso ng pag-transmit ng boses patungo sa mga radyo. So, as part of it, I will leave you some discussion questions to think about. The first is some argues that digital streaming could eventually replace traditional radio broadcasting. Considering the fundamental principles of radio transmission na nakita nyo kanina, do you think there's a unique value to radio that digital media can't replicate? And number two, community radio often provides a platform for local voices and issues. In what way do you think radio transmission supports grassroots participation and empowers communities in development communication efforts? Could digital platform offer the same level of accessibility and trust? I'll be waiting for your answers. Again, I'm Josh Wanigdao. Thank you so much.